This is Caesar. As promised, I want to show you a video real quick of your expenses and your costs. You have a better idea. I made this video because it's much easier than you taking a look at the document yourself. And this way, if you have any questions, I can be more than happy to assist you with that. But anyways, so here is your loan estimate that you got from the lender already. Here, as you can see, every gray section explains what the fees are for. Right here, prepaid submissions. So I'm going to go one by one, explain that to you. So the first section is origination charges. These are your loan costs. Now, something I want to show you is that depending on the rate that you pick, okay, is going to be the cost of your loan. So the lower the rate, the higher the cost. The higher the rate, the lower the cost. So I'm going to email you this. You can see this later on, but here it shows you, for example, today's rate. If you pick 6.5, this how much is your cost, and this how much your payment is going to be a month. If you pick this rate, this is what your payment is going to be, and then this is going to be your cost, right? And if you pick 6.875, this is your payment a month, and this is going to be your cost. If you pick 7.5, this is going to be your payment a month, and this is going to be your cost. Now consider that this payment amount does not include taxes and or insurance or any homeowners association, which is not your case, but it's just important for you to know that it's only your principal and interest payment, okay? Once again, the lower the rate, higher the cost, higher the rate, lower the cost, okay? So let me go back to that same screen where we're at. Because I haven't locked your rate yet, I haven't selected a rate yet, this is only an estimate. This estimate was based on a 7.625 rate. That could be lower, obviously. Depends what rate you want. But once again, I just use that rate just to be able to give out the disclosures. But here, if you pick a rate like the one we see in the highest rate is going to be your cost, around that amount. This is only the cost to obtain that loan, okay? Then you have third-party fees and services you cannot shop for, like for the appraisal, a credit report fee, electronic storage fee, flood cert, and tax service fee. Then you have also your title charges, $49, $99, $293, your lender's title insurance policy, your settlement closing fee. If we add all these fees, it's $3,191 plus $1,000 plus $10,000 equals is $14,776, $78, I'm sorry. That is your closing cost. But now you also have prepaid items and insurances that you have to pay in taxes, okay? So you got to pay to the county $265 to record the mortgage, plus you have a transfer tax they're going to charge you $18.98. If you add those two fees here, equals at $21.68 that you see up right here. Then you have to pay for an insurance policy. I don't know what the insurance policy is yet. I submitted that today or yesterday, I think, for the insurance company to provide us with a quote. I'm going to get a couple of quotes and find out which one is the best one and give that to you. But I estimate that might be around $5,196 a year. I might be wrong. It might be higher. It might be lower. It's going to depend a lot on the type of roof and windows and doors that the property has. The more protection, cheaper the house. The older the roof, no window hurricane shutters, no window impact windows, the higher the cost. So once again, I don't know yet what the cost is going to be, but it's only an estimate. And once I get the estimate back from the insurance company, I will make the adjustments and give that to you as well. But because you have to pay 1 year in advance, there's this $5,196 that I'm calculating, okay? Also, you're going to pay an interest depending on the day of the closing. In this case, because you close in the beginning of the month, you're going to pay for $2,400 in interest, which per day is $8.22 per day. So you got 30 days to cover for the whole month of August, right? Because you close on the 2nd. That equals $2,407. If we add those two fees, equals $7,603. And then you have over here your homeowners insurance. They want 4 months in reserves. The bank requests that in those months of reserve just in case insurance goes up higher. They have enough money to pay and renew the policy next year instead of having to call you and get more money from you. They also request then at this time of the year 12 months of property taxes, but this number is going to go lower because you are going to get a credit from the seller from January 1st to August 2nd, which is the closing date, which is, probably around another $3,000 or $2,500 or so back to you, okay, as a credit. So you don't see the credit here because this document is not meant to show the seller's credit on your statement, but you get a credit at closing around $2,500 or so per rate amount. And your flood insurance, if the property requires flood insurance, 3 months of that as well. Okay. Once again, this is an estimate. I don't know what your flood insurance is going to be either. What I noticed here is that they did not include over here your flood insurance 1 year in advance. You got to pay is not in here, so that's around $1,200. So this amount is going to be around roughly the same because they didn't put the 1 year flood insurance. But anyways, you got $349 realtor fee, your survey of $425, and your policy, your owner's policy of $625. If we add all these fees, your total cost of closing costs, prepaid items, insurance, and taxes equals this amount, $28,842. Now your down payment at 20%, right? If we add that $28,000, right? $28,842 plus the $96,000 with your down payment, that equals $125,000 roughly they're gonna need. Okay, so once again, is this amount plus this amount. Okay, is give or take. It's just an estimate, but it's very close. So just for you to think that you need 125. Now that doesn't include, if we need to pay the car or not, which I'm going to submit that tomorrow to the bank, but I really doubt that that's going to be able to go through just because we're going to increase the DTI over the amount that's allowed. But I'm still going to run it. It doesn't hurt. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we'll go through. You never know. But I really doubt it. Just want to prepare you for that information, okay? Just in case you don't, you need to be prepared for that. All right, so if you have any questions, please give me a call. I'll be more than happy to respond them to you. Once again, I'm going to send you this rate sheet over here where you can pick the rate you want. And obviously, you see over here like 10,560 at 6.875. This is the amount that will go here. Make sense? All right, if you pick the lower rate, you pick the lower rate in this case, the 6.5 is around $13,000. This is going to go up $3,000. This is very good for you to take a look and understand what your cost is and what kind of rate you can pick. And once again, lower the rate, higher the cost, higher the rate, lower the cost. All right? You have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon.